Hi, it's Jason from Dennis Carpenter's. Today we're going to rewire this 51.8N. So follow along with us and you'll be able to see how to wire your tractor. First, I locate the red wire at one end of the harness. I will connect this wire to the battery terminal on the coil. It should be on the end that have the 3 wires for the generator next in line. It may be labeled negative depending on what coil you are using. Remember, this is a 6-volt positive ground, so your plus terminal should go to the distributor. Now I connect the other end of the coil to the distributor. This wire is sold separately. As we move back, the next thing we need to hook up is the generator. The black with white wire goes to field. The black with red goes to ground. And finally, the yellow with black goes to armature. Next, we will move to the starter solenoid. The red with black goes to the small trigger terminal. After tightening, slide the insulating boot over the terminal. Then the yellow goes to the battery lug on the solenoid along with the negative battery cable. If you're using a new style gauge, you will either need to cut your yellow wire and add 2 crimped ends, as the original gauge just went through a loop on the gauge. I prefer to make just a jumper wire to accomplish the same thing and leave my harness intact. I connect my jumper wire to the ammeter and then to the top stud on the junction block. Next, on the junction block, I attach the red wire from the harness and one of the key switch leads to the bottom of the junction block. The other end of the key switch will go to the top terminal on the junction block. Then I take the larger yellow wire that would have looped through the original gauge and attach it to the other terminal on the ammeter. And the smaller yellow wire goes to the top of the junction block. Now I move to the voltage regulator and attach the black with red to ground, which is the mounting bolt. Now to the terminals. The yellow goes to the battery terminal, and the yellow with black goes to the armature terminal. The black with white goes to the field terminal. Now I route the starter button wire through the grommet and to the switch, making sure the protective boot is on the wire before I connect it. Now that we've got most of our wiring installed, this tractor doesn't have a battery tray, so we're going to put in a restoration quality battery tray from Dennis Carpenter, along with some battery hold downs and battery cables. Dennis Carpenter's battery trays are made exactly like the originals and are powder coated to help protect them from corrosion. We will tighten all 3 bolts, and we are ready to set our battery into place. Now we need to install the short hold down bolt and use a suitable tool to push the keeper into place. This is going to be a working tractor, so I have decided to use the later style hold down. It is totally up to you whether to do this or use the original style cover. Both are available from Dennis Carpenter. Install the long hold down bolt and use the lock washers and wing nuts to secure the battery in place. Now we need to install the negative battery cable I installed on the solenoid and attach it to the negative terminal on the battery. And finally, now I will attach the positive ground cable to the battery. Our wiring project is complete. We hope you found this tutorial helpful and will give you the confidence to do your own. You can find all these parts at dennis-carpenter.com. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.